I can't fucking breathe, guys. I started getting anxiety. And it
happened to you a couple of times, right?
Oh, my God. In your old office one day with an edible, we were talking. I had a sweater on. It was getting warm. And I couldn't breathe, and it got worse and worse.
You took the headphones off?
I had to take the headphones off. This is when I was getting it really bad, and I got hypnotized in that. Because my breathing isn't really my breathing. It's the tail end of the sleep apnea, the fear of the sleep apnea. So I hold my breath.
Well, the fear is a big thing, and you've mentioned a couple of times you go into survival mode. So now you can't thrive. And like you said, you can't think. You're not thinking about what someone else is saying so you can respond. You're thinking, how can I survive right now? And that, a lot of people are driving around like that out there. It's scary.
It's amazing when you find realizations about yourself. Like, oh my God, I didn't know my heel hurt that bad till I went. Oh my God, I didn't know my glasses were that bad. When I had the vertigo, you spoke about your eyesight, and I went.
Yeah, my mom has it. She's had it for years, and the doctor gives her like eye exercises to do, and it's still bad sometimes. But
it's still bad. Those eye exercises wake up your dizziness.
Oh,
a little bit. So I've done them. They wake it up a little bit. You got to catch yourself. You're like, Jesus fucking Christ. I got to drive to Hollywood on Laurel Canyon. I hope I don't fucking get dizzy on Laurel Canyon. Because I always get kind of dizzy on Laurel Canyon.
Hell
anyway.
Yeah.
Always. So the Voila system. Break it down for Uncle Joey.
All right. So basically it's a whole body system where we create symmetry throughout the skeletal structure through joint balancing movements. And we do this to create stability in the body so you can be stable, so you can move better. And it just really brings people into optimal performance. We worked on a 17-year-old hockey player and worked on prior to the game. And after the first period, got an opportunity to talk to him in between periods. And he's like, I feel different. I'm like, well, what does that mean? And he goes, well, I just feel weird. He's 17, so he really doesn't understand his body that well. I go, well, what does that mean? He goes, well, I don't know. I just feel different. I'm like, okay, well, what does that mean? He goes, well, I feel like I'm outside of my body watching myself play hockey, and I know where the puck is going to be before it gets there. And I'm like, dude, they call that the zone. You're in the zone right now. You know?
So is it only athletes you work on, or do you work on everybody? Like, what do people come to see you for?
A lot of times people don't know why they come into me, or they come into me for a specific reason, and I end up finding it's a totally different reason than they actually came in for. But to answer your question, I work on everybody. I work on 4-year-olds to 94 years old. As a matter of fact, yesterday I worked on a pit bull. I worked on a dog.
Really?
Yeah.
What was wrong with the dog?
Well, the dog was at the dog park, and he hurt his shoulder and started yelping. And when he would jump off the couch, he would yelp. So the owner brought the dog in, and I did a little bit of work on him, and next thing I know, the dog's running around playing with my dogs.
Getting attacked by the fucking hot dog.
Yeah, my little hot dog was taking care of him.
That's hysterical. So when Joey had his knee issue, I saw an article on ESPN. It was really interesting. I watched a whole video on it.
That was really interesting what you sent me.
It was on Veterans Day, and they were at Veterans Hospital, and they have a tourniquet therapy, where they have like a medical tourniquet, and they put it on you when you're working out. And they said you're able to work out with less weight, but because you have less blood flow, it helps build muscle faster and help recovery. Is that a new thing, or is that just because I saw it on ESPN and I just thought it was cool, so I sent it to him because of his knee.
I have not seen that. The only thing I can think of with that is when they take the tourniquet off, you get a flush of blood in there, and that will really help with the recovery. That's the only thing I can think of with that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What's like Joe and those guys? They take the blood out.
Yeah.
You do something, you shoot it back in. It's what Peyton Manning did, or one of the Mannings.
Kobe Bryant did it. Yeah, they're doing it in Germany now.
They do it in Germany,
therapy,
right?
Yeah.
But they do it also. Medicine is just. I think a lot of my knee issues. I hurt my wrist doing kettlebells. Doing cleans. Jesus, the thing swung around and must have knocked it off the loop or something.
Yeah.
And I'm different than a lot of people go, you know what, I have a wrist injury. I'm just going to rest it. And I think that's the worst thing sometimes. I like giving injuries blood. The only way they're going to heal is by giving it blood. You have to move it. You have to give it oil. You know, people, oh, I have a bad back. I knock on wood every day that I don't have a bad fucking back. I feel terrible for those people.
Yeah.
And I think after a while it becomes mental. I think after a while, did I tell you guys I fainted the other day?
No.
Fucking horrifically.
When?
Horrifically. Oh my God. So one night last week, Lee and I did a podcast or something, and I left here stoned to the fucking gills. We smoked dope with somebody, we ate edibles. I went back to the thing, and I cut myself with a Bic razor. I forgot to bring my Dollar Shave Club fucking razor on the road. And I went to the front desk in Portland the last week I was on the road, and I said, can you give me a thing? And I cut this in here. I never thought nothing of it. It got infected. It's your fucking mouth, you know? It's a hard heal. It's a hard heal. So the other night I get really fucking stoned to the gills. I get home. I'm sitting on the couch. I got the ice on my knee. I got super bad on my chest. I'm just relaxing. And I go like this, and it was dry. That's what it was. It was dry, and it must have broke, and I got blood out of there. So I go, God damn it. I went in the bathroom, and as I put the tissue on there, the thing, I got peroxide or something. I put peroxide, and the scab was loose. I had cracked the scab there. And I just ripped the scab off, and within a minute, blood just shot down my face in front of the mirror. It was too real and too fast for me to slow down. It just shot down my face. And as I'm wiping it off, I'm thinking to myself, I'm fucking going to go down, right? I could feel the beginnings of it, but I'm fighting it. I'm breathing out my nose. I'm breathing. I walk out. I fucking flush the toilet. I'm acting as normal as I can to fuck with this motherfucker, right? But Captain Faint, he's right behind me. I could feel him going up my neck. So I plop in that chair right in front of the air conditioner, and it was freezing. The house was freezing. I put the air on and just kept putting it down to 60. By the time I got it down to 60, I was in full mode, sweat beads coming down my face. I just put the fucking, and it's amazing who saves my life all the time. I put the thing down, I kicked my shoes off, I laid back, and I just started breathing, guys, and it was coming in heavy. I might have thought, I'm going to go down. I was seeing the spots, the purple. I had like 400 milligrams of THC in me, edible-wise. So what happened was, if I wouldn't have been high, the THC, I would have been fine. I would have just rolled down my face. But the THC took that fucking thought and created this fucking tornado of faint in my mind. And I'm fainting. I'm going down. And I can't call for my wife because the baby's sleeping. We're going in like fucking Marines. You understand me?
Welcome to church, motherfucker.